He is by far the busiest guy, and it's not always easy to get him, but he is going to make his hometown laugh tonight. Would you give a really warm welcome to Mr. Chris Haughton?
Stop touching me, white guy. Leave me alone. Hey, keep clapping. Show something. Thank you. That makes me feel really good to be here. As Randy said, I am the #1 comedian in Southern Arizona. My name is Chris Haughton, and I want you guys to know I'm really excited to be here. I was thinking about what I was going to say to you guys tonight, and as soon as I finished peeing in the shower, no, don't do that to me. So we gonna act like I'm the only one that pee in the shower? It's okay. Y'all can look at me weird, because as soon as I finished peeing in the shower, everyone at Planet Fitness looked at me weird too. It is okay. I'm not tripping. I'm not originally from Arizona though. I'm not. Originally, I am from New Jersey. That's where I was born and raised. And Arizona's a weird place, guys. It is. And I don't care who that offends. Arizona has weird things. Like, you guys ever seen a javelina? You guys know what those are? Javelinas, yeah? Okay, some of you do, some of you don't. Okay, so if you have no idea what a javelina is, it's pretty much like a wild animal. It has like the body of a wild pig and the face of a substitute teacher. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It is. The worst thing I've ever seen in my life, man. Arizona's really racist, too. Yeah, I don't know why that's funny to you, but Arizona's a really racist place, man. And I'm not afraid to say that in front of all you white people. I'm not. I recently found out that Arizona was one of the last states in the country to recognize Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Did you guys know that? That's crazy, right? When I found that out, I was like, oh my goodness, like, how racist do you have to be to decline a day off? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, a day off? Like, guys, I will stand up here as a black man and tell you, I will 100%, without a doubt, for a day off, celebrate Ku Klux Klan Day. I would. For a day off, I'll get in the spirit of it too. I would. I'll be outside grilling, one of those cone hats on, hang one of my cousins from a tree, like whatever I gotta do for a day off, I'm down. I am. Especially if it's my cousin with the dirty feet at the bottom, always walking on my carpet, man. Anytime. So a little bit more about me. I have 2 children. I have a 6-year-old and a 1-year-old. Thank you guys for not clapping. Obviously, you don't care about my family. Shut up, Chris. We don't care about your kids.
Yes, we do.
The teacher does. So I do want to apologize if I seem a little sluggish up here. The truth is I haven't slept since 2016. It has been rough. Let me tell you, it has been rough. My daughter just turned 1 though. I'm excited about that because I was getting really tired of waking up at 2 a.m. to wake my wife up to get her. This was getting ridiculous. It was absolutely getting ridiculous. You know, I picked up a bad habit since I became a father, though. Not afraid to admit that. I started drinking energy drinks. Ugh, they're horrible for you. Anyone in here drink energy drinks? No? So I'm the only one that drinks energy drinks? What kind of energy drinks you drink? Monster. I can tell you drink Monster by the way you Monster. Like when you say it like that. Nice. Very attractive beard though, so we'll let that slide. You know, I started drinking Red Bull though. Yeah, Red Bull, they're horrible for you, right? I hate them. I hate how people always say, why do you drink that? It tastes like Skittles and pennies. Like, shut up. Why are you judging me, man? You know, I just hate how their commercials lie to me too. They always say the same thing, right? They say, Red Bulls give you wings. I never once got wings. Not once. I did get heart problems and shakes though. I did get that. did that. I drank a 5-hour energy before. Anyone ever drink one of those? Or even worse, you drank a 5-hour energy before? Ugh. What you do, like one at a time? That's the way to go. The key is, don't do 2 at the same time. That's the key, right? Because the math doesn't add up the way you think it does, right? right? I jumped 2, and I was like, okay, 5 hours of energy plus 5 hours of energy, I should be looking at like 10 hours of energy, right? No, I had a 45-minute panic attack. That's all I got. It was absolutely horrible. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It is 2022, and it is extremely difficult to be a stand-up comedian in this era. It really is, right? Because the world is just so sensitive and so emotional. There's so many things that we just can't say, right? So I do want to apologize for you guys. I do want to say, if I say anything tonight that does offend you from the bottom of my heart, 100%, I do not care. Not even a little bit. It's not even a little bit. That got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. That's between you and your offense. Why would I care? So I am Christian. Right? A lot of times when I tell people that, though, like, being Christian just means that I believe in God, right? Every time I tell people that, they always think that means that I'm saying, like, I'm better than you, right? I do think I'm better than you, but not because I'm Christian. It has nothing to do with that, right? It has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with that at all, man. I perform at a lot of churches, man, and in churches, you definitely can't say things. Certain things you just can't say in church. That's just how that works, man. I performed at this women's conference in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, that's right. A bunch of Mexican women booked the black guy. I know you were thinking it. You know, and one of the ladies, they brought their son to the show, and I met him before my set, and he was just the smartest kid ever. I brought him up on stage with me during my set. I was like, come here, tell everybody what you want to be when you grow up. He said, well, my favorite 2 countries to study is Korea and Ghana. And when I get older, I want to put those 2 countries together and make my own country. And I'm going to call it gonorrhea. The worst part is there was this old guy in the front row with jean shorts. He was like, gonorrhea, been there before. Your auntie took me. Actually, your aunt took me. But didn't even know I was going. You know the messed up part is, though, the church people got all mad at me. They got all mad at me. It's like, you can't have kids up there saying gonorrhea. Like, what are we supposed to tell our children when they ask what it is? You know? And I told them, like, just tell them it's a disease you get when you don't listen to the Lord. That's it. Just tell them that. It's fine. It's fine. And it blew my mind, right? Because I've been going to church for years. You know how many times I've heard my pastor say, hey, pray for Sister Mary. She's been diagnosed with leukemia. But they never say pray for Enrique because he's burning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just pray for everybody is all I'm saying. We need to just pray for everybody, right? It's not that fire shut up in his bones either. He's just burning. You guys know there's a whole month dedicated to breast cancer awareness? That's amazing too, right? Well, we never do like a 2-mile crabs walk. How come we never do that? You ever see somebody run a 5K for herpes? How come? Pray for everybody. The funniest part about that is, man, you're not laughing, and that's making me very suspicious. It's okay. You know, some of the craziest things happen in church, though. Anybody here go to church? So, outside of you 9 people, the rest of y'all are going. It is going to get hot where you are going. Not that dry Arizona heat. But the skin peeling off, you know. Yeah. You people that went to church, you ever got a pastor to pray for you? Yeah? Pastor pray for you before? That's amazing. Pastor ever pray for you and his breath stink? It's an awkward situation, isn't it? I was doing that show in New Mexico, and you know, I finished my set, I brought up the pastor after me, right? He embraced me, he hugged me, he whispered in my ear, he said, come into my office, don't leave right away, I'll be in there in a minute. Now, for the rest of you people who don't go to church, if a pastor ever tells you to come into his office, it's only for one of 2 things. He either wants to pray for you, or he wants to molest you. It's either one or 2 things. And I needed prayer, so I took the risk. I was just hoping it was the first option. It happens. Don't laugh. It happens. So the pastor started praying for me, right? And I don't want to say the pastor breath stink, right? Because that's rude. We're talking about a pastor here, right? That's rude, right? I will say his breath smelled curious. Like you ever smell somebody's breath and it's like, I wonder what you ate. Like, it's curious, you know? So it wasn't like, it was just really curious. So head, and he said, "Dear God." I said, "Dear God?" You ever smell somebody breath who stink and it get in your mouth a little bit? Oh. You had a fish sandwich? What's that, a fish sandwich? It's a fish sandwich. So he says, "I don't know what this brother is going through." I said, "Reveal it to him. Reveal it to him right now, Father. You can do it." He said, "Hallelujah." I said, "Halitosis. Can I go now? Can I please? Get me out of here, man. Get me out of here." It's a very, very rough time. It was one of the worst times of my life, man. No, that sounds rude. I don't want to say it was the worst time of my life, right? The entire world just went through a global pandemic, right? That was the worst time for some people's life, right? Global pandemic. Some good things did come out of the pandemic, though, right? Some of us started working out. None of y'all, obviously. I at least tried, though. I tried working out, right? At first, I had got like those. Okay, you're looking at me weird. I know, I got a gut. If you look at me, you're sitting in the front center, so like, don't do that. I said I tried, lady. So I got those home videos, right? And that didn't work for me because I didn't like the names of those videos, right? The names was way too intense for me. They had one called Asylum, Insanity. One was called Right Now, Let's Go. It was way too intense for me. I need something called like procrastination. Maybe on Tuesday. Those are the type of videos I like. I did try P90X though. Anyone in here try P90X? P90X? Oh, you tried P90X? Okay, perfect. So you know that P90X is supposed to be like the 90-day body transformation thing, right? I didn't do the whole 90 days. I did like 87 or 88 seconds of it. It didn't work. Listen, I didn't like how the guy talked to me. He was stupid. I don't listen to stupid people. That's how that worked. I didn't like the way he would talk to me. He was saying things like, "You're doing great. Keep going. Just one more." I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting on the couch. I wasn't doing anything. What is he talking about? It was stupid. I didn't do not one push-up. I did push-downs. That's when you push your chip down into French onion dip to maximize the flavor. That's how I did about 100 push-downs. I love push-downs. Push-downs were great. So, I don't know much about football, but at 5'2", 100 pounds, I shouldn't have been a strong anything. Maybe like a strong water boy. I could have been like a strong equipment manager. Honestly, I would have preferred being a strong black woman rather than being a strong safety. Anything could have worked for me. Anything, honestly. He taught us to do this in practice. You guys ever see football players? They do this. This is what he taught me to do. He said, "Make sure you do this. This is how you don't get hit by someone." And let me tell you what this actually helps you do. This helps you do nothing. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't. It helps you with absolutely nothing. It doesn't. I remember this kid named Dino got the ball. Yeah. Dino is short for dinosaur. He was about 6'2", 250 pounds. And like, I remember him running towards me. And you ever see like a kid and you're like, whose stepfather is this? Because this obviously ain't a regular sized kid. Like, he was running toward me. And I'm thinking, okay, he sees the size difference, right? He sees the size difference. Obviously, he's going to run around me, right? Obviously, right? But then I heard someone on the sideline was like, "Kill him, Dino! Kill him!" I looked over, it was my mother. I said, "Mama, what are you doing? Why was you..." Y'all, Dino didn't just run into me. He ran through me. He took a piece of my spirit with him, I swear. He did. I remember laying on the ground and my coach was standing above me. He said, "Chris, get up. Get up, Chris. I can't lose another kid." I said, "Another?" He said, "Chris, get up. Just tell me, what day is it? What day is it?" I said, "It's my last day. I'm out of here." And I walked out of there. I couldn't do it, man. Could not do it. So growing up, I was not good at sports. Wasn't good at sports. Honestly, the only two things I could really do well was tell jokes and fight. Only two things I could do well. And you know the thing about fighting is that you never become the best fighter, right? You never be able to beat everybody up. I I remember one time I got beat up by 2 black belts. Yeah, and when I say 2 black belts, I don't mean 2 different people. I mean one person got 2 black belts. That means he got a black belt and was like, I want to do more. Like, I don't get what was wrong with him, but he did it, right? He had 2 black belts. I remember talking to him. I said, hey man, you don't want to do this with me. I can fight well. He said, Chris, shut up. I got 2 black belts. I was eating Wendy's chicken nuggets at the time. That's when Wendy's had the 5-piece chicken nuggets before the recession. Yeah, you remember? 5-piece chicken nuggets for 99 cents. Now it's 4 nuggets for $1.29. How? Where did that happen? Anyway, so I'm eating my nuggets, right? I'm dipping them in the barbecue sauce. My friend says, you don't want to do this with me, Chris. I got 2 black belts. Now, mind you, the only things I could do is fight and tell jokes. So I said the first joke that came to my head. I said, you got 2 black belts, then hold my pants up. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. I have no idea why I even said it. I have no idea, right? He roundhouse kicked me in the chest. I hit the wall. Y'all, when I woke back up, I had barbecue sauce all over my shirt. I thought it was my blood. I said, why is my blood so dark? And seasoned to perfection. Why does it look like this? Y'all, I had to go to the hospital and they put an IV in my arm. And if you know anything about IVs, they give you that when you're dehydrated. I said, did he kick me thirsty? Absolutely ridiculous. It is. So I'm Christian. No, man. I'm Christian, right? And that just, like I said, that just means that I believe in God. But I understand that there's people who don't believe in God, right? Even some of you people might not believe in God, right? And I just don't agree with you because I see God do something every single day, right? As a matter of fact, just last week, my wife was like, ooh, baby. That's my impression of my wife. Ooh, baby. She said, we need to take the kids to the park and do this outdoor recreational thing. And then boom, it started raining. I was like, look at God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. You know, I'm not one of those Christian people who think that everything is God, though. I'm not one of those Christian people who think everything is God. You ever meet those people? They think every little thing that happened throughout their day, Jesus did it specifically for them. No, I don't believe that. My aunt, though, she's one of those people. She is, man. She thinks that God did everything, right? I remember she called me. She said, You know you're talking to an old black woman when they don't answer the phone and say hello. They just grunt at you. She said, nephew, let me tell you what the good Lord done for me today. I said, okay, auntie, what happened? She said, I went to McDonald's, I ordered the 10-piece chicken nugget, and they gave me 9. I said, auntie, that's less nuggets. You know that, right? She said, yeah, but I'm on this diet where I can't have 10. I can only have 9. I said, auntie, you realize the cashier just ate one of your nuggets while you wasn't looking, right? That wasn't Jesus. Jesus didn't do that for you. I think everything is God, man. I'll tell y'all what's not God. I'll tell y'all what's not God right now. Traffic. Traffic ain't God. Traffic is the devil. It is. And I know we're in Arizona, right? So y'all think I'm talking about like the stop and go traffic. No, I'm from the East Coast. I'm talking about like that stand still traffic. Like, you ever been in traffic so long, you start talking to the guy in the car next to you? That ever happened to you? I remember me and this guy, we was looking over at each other, and we reached that point of no return. We both rolled our windows down at the same time. I sneezed. He was like, bless you. I was like, ooh, thank you. Like, it warmed my spirit. I remember trying to look back over at him, and he wasn't even there no more. Then I looked over on my right. He was in my passenger seat. I was like, hey, how you doing? That's right. His name is Mike. He lives in Miranda. He has 4 kids. He's a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy, man. Let me tell y'all the worst part about traffic, though. What I really, really hate about traffic is being in the car with my wife going to traffic. I hate that, right? Because in my wife's logic, she thinks the more she complains about the car in front of us, that's going to make 4 cars ahead of us go faster. It doesn't work. It's not physics at all. We got any couples in here today? Anybody on date night? Ooh, date night. You guys on date night? You guys right here on date night? How long you guys been together? 20 years. Right. I can tell you guys been together for at least 20 20 years because you don't let him talk. So, was talking to him. Right, other couples in here? Other couples seen some over here? Oh, you guys, how long you guys been together? 25 years. And you wanted to make sure you said that loud because you've been married longer than them. And he's petty. I want to talk to someone else. I want to talk to a petty grown man. You guys on a date night right here? How long you guys been together? 13 years. You guys got kids? I'm assuming it's the one that's leaning on you or else that'll be weird. You guys got any other kids? Nice. 5? You got 5 kids? Oh my, so you have the 5 kids. How many different women? No, that's all right. I feel like I can ask personal questions because I always give personal information. Like, for example, sir, these pants are really, really tight. There you go. That's some personal information. I swear to God, if I fart right now, I can get you pregnant, man. I swear to God. I swear to God. I can. Any other couples in here? Who else in here on date night, enjoying their time? Back there in the back. Oh, this is a double date. Are you guys on a double date right now? Yeah, they are. Don't ever go on double dates, man. Because all you do is find yourself competing with other couples. That's all you do. That's all you do. Right now, if y'all leave the show and he opens the car door for her, you gotta open the car door for her too. That's just how that works, right? He pulls a chair out for her, you gotta move the whole table to make sure she's open. That's just how that works. Double dates, man. I can't do double dates, man. Me and my wife went on a double date back when I was in the military, right? These white guys. The fact that he's white is not important to the story. I just wanted to let y'all know he was kind of like y'all. But he was doing a bunch of extra stuff, though, man. He was doing a bunch of extra stuff. She was like, babe, my foot hurt. He like took her shoe off and stuff. And then my wife was like, babe, my foot hurt. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy that your foot hurt. Any other couples in here? Y'all a couple. I actually know her. Do you know that I know her? Because if you don't, that's kind of weird. He said, nah, that's weird. Who are you, black guy? You know my girl. This is actually my son's kindergarten teacher. Believe that or not? Yeah. How long you guys been dating? 16 months. 16? That was the cutest thing, wasn't it? Did you get a group all after that? Like, he didn't say like a year and some change. Like, when me and my wife was dating for a year and some change, I said a year and some change. He said 16 months, 7 days, 12 hours, 44 minutes. That's super cute. Super cute. So, like, 16 months, that's not a long time, though, but it's, like, enough time, right? So, like, do you fart around him yet? 16 months was the threshold. That was the threshold. She was at 15 months and 29 days, like, I cannot wait. Who's the couple in here that's been married the longest? We got 25 years. Anybody more than 25 years?
More 25.
45 years. So, ma'am, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't lie to me because I talk to strangers for a living. Okay? When you daydream about killing him, do you get away with it? Do it pretty fast? Right. No, that's good. At least you're telling the truth about it. The funny thing is, he didn't even laugh. He was like, oh, she really is crazy. She hit me in the lip with a candy dish at one time. Hit me in the lip. So you raising your hand? You guys been together how long? 50 years! 50 years! 45 years says, got that gray hair for nothing. 50 years. That's crazy. I'm going to be 30 in a couple months. So you guys have been married for 20 years when I was born trying to hold my head up. You don't remember? I won't remember either. That's good, man. 50 years though, that's crazy. So like back when you guys got married, my type of people and your type of people probably couldn't be in an audience like this together. I'm not sure why that's funny to y'all. Segregation. How long you guys been married? I see you raise your hand. 53 years. Now y'all just being so petty. Oh my God, let it go. Let it go. Because when I first asked any couples in here, y'all ain't raised your hand at all. But they say 53, boom. Like the Price is Right, that person that says $1, I'll fight you. Stupid. All right, who's been married for the least amount of time? We got 16 months, 7 days, 44 minutes over here. Anybody less than that? You guys been married or together for the least amount of time. That's so cute. That's so cute. So I'm giving you guys some advice. Giving you guys some real important relationship, marital advice. All right? I'm not just here to tell jokes. I'm here to teach too. All right? So here's the thing. Communication is key. It is, right? I know they say it in all those little sappy love novels and the sappy movies, right? But communication is key, right? Me and my wife, we met in high school, right? And I remember she was in like advanced proficiency classes and had college scholarships, and I didn't. So it was different. It was very different. It was. The thing is, right? The thing is, I remember we went on a date. We were trying to get to know each other. And truth is, I just didn't understand what she was saying, right? Because communication is key. I just didn't get it. I remember she asked me, she said, "Do you have any phobias?" I was like, "Phobias?" She was like, "Yeah, do you have any phobias?" I was like, "Nah, girl, I'm clean. Like, I get tested every 6 months. Stop. Stop. She was like, "No, like, are you afraid of anything?" I said, "Yeah, I'm afraid of girls with phobias." Ugh. I remember she asked me, she was like, "Do you have any siblings?" I was like, "What is this? Who wants to be a millionaire? You ask me all these questions." She said, "Seriously, do you have any siblings?" I said, "Hold on. I'm going to call my sister and ask her. She knows everything." She does. She knows everything. Truth is, though, before I got married, I dated a lot of women. Truth is, that's right. I told you, give you guys personal information, not just that my pants is tight. Personal information, dated a lot of women. I remember I dated this white girl, completely ruined her life. I did. Completely ruined her life. I know. Because you know what they say, right? Like, once you go black, your credit score drops. So it was ridiculous. She's never going to be able to buy that house. Never. Never going to be able to buy that house. I remember I dated this girl. She said she was from Korea and Ghana. I was like, "Oh, nah. I heard that joke before." You probably got phobias. I heard that one before. That's right, man. Not proud of it, but I even dated a married woman. I did. Dated a married woman. I remember the day I met her. I told her, like, "Ma'am, you're so beautiful. Can I get a phone number? Can I take you out to dinner?" She said, "I'm sorry, but I'm married." I said, "I'll do anything your husband won't do."
Oh.
Yeah. Next day, I was at her house cleaning her garage. I said, "This is not what I expected. It's not what I expected at all." It's not. That's right. Dated a lot of fat girls, too. Any fat girls in here? What's up? Yeah, that's right. Raise your hand. Embrace it. Embrace it. Because being fat is not a bad thing. It's not, right? Whatever God put in skinny women, he put like 2 or 3 in you, right? Sugar, spice, everything nice, diabetes, high cholesterol. You just added all of that in there. You know? Fat girls. Fat girls are God's gift to earth, man. They are, man. I especially love girls who got like more than one chin and then they calf fat running to their ankle. That is the sexiest thing in the world. Like, when you need a rubber band to hold up your gut, you are winning. You are winning. You know what I really like seeing though? I like seeing fat couples. Like, is that okay to say? Like, I like seeing like the husband fat and the wife fat. Like, because you don't see that too often. You normally see like one fat and then the other one's a little person. But I like seeing both of them fat to the point where like, they gotta ride in separate cars because they weigh it down. Like, I like that. Like, you ever see like a couple and they gotta think before they get on the elevator, they gotta do the math. Like, all right, I'm 450, you 350, the capacity says. Carry the one, routine. If you stand in the corner, then we'll be I do, man, I like that. I'm gonna tell you guys one of my dreams, man. I'm gonna tell you guys one of my dreams as far as comedy goes, all right? Because the truth is, I don't want to be like a famous comedian. I enjoy doing like private events, people's birthday parties. I really do enjoy that. But I do have one dream as far as comedy goes. Don't laugh at me. This is my dreams. Right? So, she laughs. So, right? I want like a couple to come to my show, right? And they have such a good time at my show that they go home and they conceive a child together. Right? That's amazing. And then they call me like, "Hey, Chris, we've been trying to have a baby. We couldn't do it. You you made me laugh so hard that my ovaries worked, and then we had a baby. And, shut up, it's my dreams. and then we had a baby, and we're so happy, we're gonna let you name the baby anything you want. Yeah. Because I always wanted to, I don't want to name my kids something crazy, but I would really enjoy naming your kids something crazy. You know what I mean? Like imagine if I named the little baby Cocoa Pebbles. Yeah. Not to mention, mostly white people come to my shows, so you got a little white baby and his name is Cocoa Pebbles. That could end racism right there, guys. I'm thinking about the future, man. Bro, man, that'd be cool, man. You know, a lot of people always ask me though, they always ask why did you get into comedy? What made you want to become a full-time comedian, right? And the truth is, it's not that I think that I'm really funny. I really don't think that. It's just that I think a lot of funny things happen to me that I could tell to strangers for money. I just think that's just how my life worked out. So I'm going to tell you guys some stories that I did not edit for the sake of stand-up comedy. These are not jokes, these are just really things that I've seen or been a part of, okay? So, first story. I was sitting with a friend of mine, a white guy. Yeah, I have white friends too. Okay. Right, I was sitting with this white guy. We were watching TV and it was during Black History Month. And a commercial came on and it started talking about Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. Right? Started talking about Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. And I was like, man, that's crazy. Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad, everything she did for slaves, that's crazy, right? That's how I check to see if my white friends are racist, right? That checks, right? So, he said, Chris, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad is. I said, well, how do you have no idea? He said, the truth is, I was born and raised in Arizona, and we don't have many trains here. The saddest part is not everyone got that, and I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not even gonna explain it. Tell me, man, some things just happen to me, and I feel like I could just tell it to people. So, I got another one for y'all. Just a story. Did not edit this for the sake of stand-up comedy, all right? My son, my 6-year-old son, he just graduated from kindergarten, right? It's a big deal, right? He was really into Ninja Turtles, so me and my wife bought him a little sea turtle from Petco, tank and everything. And he was super excited. As a matter of fact, someone in here is in this story. There she go. Her name is Kathy. She's sitting all the way in the back. That's right. That's right. And if you're sitting in front of her and do not turn around, you will notice that she is a white lady. She is one of my son's kindergarten teachers, the other one. Not your girlfriend, that one. So, anyway, we bought him a sea turtle. He was super excited, right? Which made me so happy. She's so nervous. You know what I love about white people? Before my story. You know what I love about you white people? I love how y'all faces turn different colors depending on how you feel. That's the coolest thing in the world. It's the coolest thing. Like embarrassment, you turning red because you're embarrassed, right? Right? You guys' faces are like mood rings. It's the most amazing thing in the world. It's the most amazing thing. Right? Where was I? So we bought him a sea turtle. He was really happy about it too, which made me and my wife feel like proud parents. Best $50 we ever spent. Right? I take him to school the next day. He's super excited. He tells everyone on the way from the parking lot to his classroom. He tells everyone, right? I got a sea turtle. Hey, you, I got a sea turtle. That's right, there's a sea turtle. It's in my room. I got a sea turtle. He told everybody. Then we get past Kathy Robinson's class. And here's the thing. Maybe this makes me The thing I actually really love about Miss Robinson here is that even though she's a middle-aged white woman, she is so interactive with the kids. You can't even tell that she's almost 50. She looks like one of the 6-year-olds. She runs around, play with them. That's something nice. She runs around, play with them. She really enjoys her job. I love you, Miss Robinson.
I love you back.
Right? attractive. I said, jumps up. You got a sea turtle. What's his name? My son goes, I named him Greg. True story, not editing this for the sake of stand-up comedy. My son says, I named him Greg. Miss Robinson says, I named my dog, insert white name here, of whatever.
Winston Eugene.
Winston Eugene. Like I said, white name. Right, so she says, I named my dog Winston Eugene. You know what that means? That means we are twins. Shut up, I'm not done with my story. She said, that means we are twins. My son says, we cannot be twins. She says, we are twins. You named the turtle Greg. I named my dog Winston Eugene. We're obviously twins. He said, we cannot be twins. She says, why can't we be twins? My son says, because I am brown. And y'all, that was the happiest moment of my life. And my son, for all the reasons why you can't possibly be my son's twin. The first thing that he said was the color of his skin. And that made me happy as a stand-up comedian.
I'm so glad I could be a part of that.
There you go, see? You know, to be honest with you guys though, there's a lot of things I want out of life, man. A lot of things I want out of life. Aside from the stand-up comedy stuff, there's so many things I want out of life. I'm going to tell you guys a few, just a few. Something I really, really want out of life is I want to be an old man. Yeah. Like you. Yeah. Here's the thing though, man, because old black men are the coolest people you will ever meet in your life. Coolest people you'll ever meet in your life. My Uncle Leroy Jr. is the coolest dude I've ever met in my life. You ever talk to an old black guy and everything he says sounds like a riddle? He's the coolest person I ever met in my life. I remember he came over, I said, what's up, man? He said, man, I can't call it, I might spark. And then he walked off. I said, hey, that was cool, man, that was cool. I like that a lot, man. I remember I got my check from Target, my $9.67. I said, Uncle Leroy Jr., look what I got, man. Look what I got. He said, hey, man, make sure you pay your rent before all your money's spent. And then he started walking. I said, even your advice is cool? I'm about to be 30, so I tried to do it on him. I called him. I said, hey, Uncle Leroy Jr., my favorite fruit is orange, and I got hit with a door hinge one time. He didn't like it, though. He didn't like that one. He didn't. You know, the thing about my Uncle Leroy Jr., right? With his name being Leroy Jr., you would think his father's name is Leroy. But my grandmother wasn't sure who his dad was, Lee or Roy, so she named him after both. So she named him Leroy Jr., true story. He made me so mad this one time. Because he had a son, and he named his son Leroy the Third. I said, there's no Leroy the First. How could you do this? He got mad at me. He was like, hey, man, I'm just trying to keep my name alive so I can survive. And he walked off and whistled at me. I said, this guy is cool. The only thing is, he don't know how to whistle, so he just made the noise. He was like, I'm trying to keep my name alive so I can survive. Woo! And he started walking. I said, this guy is cool, man. This guy is cool. Super cool, man. The only other thing about old black men that I really, really want is old black men don't care about nothing. They don't care about nothing. I remember I seen this guy in Starbucks, right? And he wasn't as old as you. He was like, he was like 50 or 60 seconds away from death. This guy was about to die any minute. I seen him, and he had cream smeared on his forehead. Right? Yeah, he just had cream on his forehead. And it wasn't like he tried to rub it in and he missed the spot. It was more like, I'm going to put this here so I don't got to go on my statue later. Like, he don't care what anybody thinks about that. Because he's seen me see the cream. He didn't want to explain it to me. He didn't even think to tell me what type of cream it was. It could have been sour cream, whipped cream, or cream cheese. For all I know, he didn't want to explain anything. He did. And I like that. I like that a lot. You know something else I really want in this life? I'll probably never get it though. But I really want it. I want an ugly wife. I do. I do. I want an ugly wife. I do. Because here's the thing. Pretty women are annoying. That's right. My wife is here. You're annoying, right? Because here's the thing. Because here's the thing. Pretty women ask too many questions. I don't like it, right? You ever go to Walmart and tell your lady, hey, baby, I'm going to Walmart. Which Walmart are you going to? How long are you going to be? Are you going to use self-checkout? Can you pick me up some pads? Shut up. Pretty women are annoying, man. Ugly women, they don't ask you any questions. They just happy that you're there. You can tell an ugly girl, hey baby, I'm going to the moon. All right, be careful, because they ugly. That's what I want for my life. You know, pretty women though, pretty women are really weird, right? The prettier the woman, the weirder she is. It's true. He knows. Guys, I was in Fry's, around the corner from here. I seen this gorgeous young lady. Chiseled cheekbones and everything. She was picking up, you know the self-serve chicken wings? She was picking up each of the chicken wings and licking them. The weirdest thing in the world. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Y'all, I was so disgusted. I was like, but she is gorgeous. Why is she doing something so weird? I was so disgusted. I bought all of those chicken wings because here's the thing. I didn't want nobody else to have to get them. I saved you. You love chicken wings. Pretty women are weird, man. It's true, man. Want a lot of things out of life, guys. I do. You want to know something else I really, really want out of life? I like, and I still think I could get this, right? Like, I want to go back home tonight. I want to go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I want to be Mexican. Yeah, that's right. Some of y'all nodding y'all head in approval because you know Mexican people are amazing. Mexican people are really hard workers, and I love that, right? I think the whole world would have been different if Mexicans were the slaves instead, right? There's no way it would have lasted 400 years, right? Pick that cotton, boy. We're done already. That's it. We're done. You want to be Mexican. They're hard workers. Mexicans are the only people who work that hard with sandals on. I'm telling you. And then the sandal is a weapon. You ever see a Mexican woman throw a sandal? It's like a boomerang. They are so good at what they do. Mexican people are also the only people in the world who can fight very well with sandals on. It's true. It's true. They are so good at it, man. I seen these two Mexican dudes, they were fighting, right? And this one Mexican dude starts winning. The other Mexican dude looks over at the bush and says, no hablo español. Y'all, a javelina came out the bush to help him fight. It was the most amazing thing I ever seen. That's the crazy thing. There was other people watching the fight. No one else was appalled at this random javelina. I was terrified. I was like, why would you put a substitute teacher in the bush? Why would you? Who put him there? Why would you do that? Mexican people are talented. You know the worst part about that joke, though? To be honest with you guys. I was in Philadelphia, right? And I did that joke. This Mexican dude smoking a cigarette came up to me after the show. He was like, Chris, you know, you real funny, Holmes. You be talking about the black people. That's so funny, Holmes. You'll celebrate Ku Klux Klan Day for a day off? That's so funny. I said, thank you, man. I appreciate it. He said, then you start talking about the Christian people. That's so funny, Holmes. The Christian people, y'all auntie, she got cheated out of a chicken nugget. I said, thank you. He said, and then you start talking about the Mexican people and not that funny, Holmes, not that funny. Hey, y'all, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like I told y'all, the only things I know how to do very well is tell jokes and fight. So I told him, I wanted to tell him, like, shut up, right? I do whatever I want. I'm the comedian. I say whatever I want. But then I noticed he had sandals on. I ain't want no problems, y'all. No problem. Hey, y'all, that's my time. My name is ChrisHaughton. I really am the #1 comedian in Southern Arizona. You can Google that. I'm about to get out of here if I go to my wife pregnant for the 3rd time because she said it's going to be a hot girl summer. Thank you, Chris. Woo! Thank you. Good.